like a new life, new journey, new fight at a new height. Still thirsty, still trying to do right, though it might hurt me. I'm on a new flight tonight, but don't worry, I cheated death, let my heart beat out my chest.
Welcome to Mocha Black Inspires, where you'll hear the stories about how Mocha Black has inspired the greatest hits from today, yesterday, and probably the future. Today's artist, Keith Sweat.
Hello supporters, welcome again to another little episode of Mocha Black Inspires. Well, I'll let you know a little bit of a story about I felt I inspired one of the greatest, or several of the greatest hits, in this case, ever written. This is really special to me. It's going to be a little bit of one that might be a little bit long, because I really appreciate this guy. This one is about me and my buddy Keith Sweat, one of the greatest beggars of all time. And what it is with Keith is, I've known Keith for a very long time. We go all the way back to when he used to work on Wall Street a little bit before, the singing career. And Keith was putting his money together and doing a whole lot of things. And then he decided he wanted to do music. And Keith's a very smart guy. So here's how our story goes a little bit. One time we were sitting down having a conversation right before we both let go of the Wall Street money thing, and Keith was having a little situation with a young lady. And I just said, Keith, well, listen, man, don't worry about it. Everything will be all right. But I told him the way he told me the story about how the female was only available during the week and not the weekends. I was like, man, something, Keith. I said, something just, it's not right, man, with that. It's not right at all. And I told him, I said, listen, if you've been doing all these things for this girl and everything's been lovely with her, I'm like, who can love her like you do? And he was like, nobody. He was getting a little bit sensitive. He was getting like he was going to cry a little bit. And I said, well, who can sex her like you? He was like, nobody. I said, who can treat her like you do, man? He was like, nobody. And, he said, nobody, baby. And I had to smack him a little bit. I said, Keith, listen, man, don't get that sensitive with me, right? They can't call me baby. Let's talk like men. And I said, really, man, who can do it like you? He said, nobody. He just started crying. He said, I said, well, who can give her what she needs, Keith? He was like, nobody. I said, well, who can do her all night long? And he's like, nobody. And then he said, nobody, baby. And I smacked him again. And we had to finish the conversation. I said, look, Keith, all you have to do is just go back there, man, take care of your business, and just make it last forever. Make it last forever, dude. And that was the story about, me and Keith. But I think he just, after he got his stuff together, one of the greatest beggars of all time, he wrote these songs. And I want to tell you, I worked with Keith not too long ago, a couple of years ago, on a ship. And it was cool to be on the ship with him. And I even did a little bit of emceeing the show. And there was another comedian on the show, and I won't mention the comedian's name, but he's a very funny guy out of Texas. And he was on the cruise too. And it just happened the show ran a little late. And he talked about it. And Keith and his guys wanted to throw the guy overboard. No, he didn't want to throw him overboard. I'm just kidding. But it was just that little situation. So I want to give props up to that comedian. And he knows who he is when he hears the story. And I love Keith, man. I look forward to possibly working with Keith again. But yeah, something ain't right, and nobody, and make it last forever. Listen, and I won't even talk about Just Got Paid. So this is Mocha Black. I got to go, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Mocha Black Inspires. Cheers.
You've just been listening to an episode of Mocha Black Inspires, stories from the man himself. Make sure you support the movement on Facebook, support Mocha Black, and the Mocha Black fan page. We'll get back at you on the next episode.
It feels like a new life, new journey, new fight at a new height. Still thirsty, still trying to do right, though it might hurt me. I'm on a new flight tonight, but don't worry, I cheated death, let my heart beat.